So, where do you get your news from?
Online, Jacob Thorne. Jacob Thorne.
Like what sources online? Like
Fox, everything. Yeah, CNN.
All right, so where do you get your news from?
Articles online.
So, where do you get your news from?
Generally, I get it from the newspaper in the morning, and I also get it from various places online and from a bunch of other people.
Where do you get your news source from?
You should get it from Facebook.
Facebook? All right.
Where do you get your news from?
Social media.
Okay. Where do you get your news from?
I don't really look at the news.
Okay. Like at all? Like ever? He doesn't look at the news.
Okay, keep asking him the questions.
Well, okay. So you, how often do you check the news?
He doesn't
Never?
take it.
He doesn't. You don't check it?
You know what?
Oh yeah. Do your parents watch the news or check the news?
No, they don't.
All right. Never mind.
Do you think that source is reliable?
No, not really. Well, depends. Some of them, yes, some of them, no.
Okay, so what makes you think that each source is reliable or not?
Well, like for example, I follow the New York Times, so they're a pretty reliable source in a way, you know.
Yeah.
Still a newspaper, but more reliable than others.
Do you think that the sources you read are reliable?
Some of them, like the Washington Post, I think it's more reliable than other sources that are online.
Okay. So what makes you think that they're reliable?
Well, I mean, it's a well-known company, so I don't think that like a big company that's been around for a good amount of time is going to be very unreliable.
What makes you think that it's reliable?
I don't know.
All right. And do you think that those sources are reliable?
Generally, no.
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 What makes you think that?
Generally, because of the fact it is really a thing that's dependent on a person-by-person case, because a lot of the time there's a lot of bias everywhere.
Yeah. So, do you think you know the difference between real and fake news?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We discussed it in Mr. Pedersen's class, right? You know, I'm pretty sure I could differentiate what's real, what's fake.
What makes you think that?
Well, like you have to like go behind and see if the sources are credible, like see where they came from, and if the link doesn't match up with what they said, then you know it's fake.
Do you think you know the difference between real and fake news?
I think a good part of it.
Yeah.
Not all of it, but yeah.
And what makes you think you know the difference?
I mean, if I find something like I find interesting, I'm not just gonna like look at one thing on it. Like I'm gonna look at multiple, like multiple sources.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, do you believe the news you read, or when you read something, do you check other
I usually
sources
check.
or articles? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have some articles for you to read.
Cool.
And you just skim over them. Take like 40 seconds to skim over them, and then when you're done skimming over it, tell us whether you think it's fake or real. Okay? All right, so go ahead.
Some articles that we might want to give you. We will give you around 45 seconds to skim through it and see if it's real or fake.
All right, so now we have some articles that we would like you to skim over. So just skim over it for like 45 seconds maybe, and then when you're done, tell us whether you think it's real or fake. Okay, all right, so now we have 2 articles that we want you to just skim over, and then tell us if you think they are fake or real. So just take like 40 seconds, I don't know, just skim over it, and then when you're done, tell us whether you think it's real or fake.
This one's fake. Starts with a .com, ends with a .com. It's like that's a wrap.
All right, so yeah, it was fake. Good job.
Gates, hell, their near-death experience. Was this a blog or what was this off of?
I know.
Actual internet. I'm gonna go fake on this one.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Well, because you get like the ads popping up over here to the sides and stuff, and Yeah, I don't know. Like when I first see this, I think it looks like a blog, if anything.
Yeah, and you don't
So-
trust blogs really?
No, because they're usually biased when they start talking.
Alright, so yeah, you're right, it's fake.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's it. Good job.
See?
Thank you.
That's right.
I'm going to immediately say this is not real.
Why do you think that?
For a couple of reasons. One of the fact is the World News Daily report is not a very reliable source. I know because I've seen a lot of their articles that don't have any backing in actual facts. Combining with the added fact is, well, I'm an atheist, so having someone saying, wait a minute, no, I'm gonna switch because I saw hell when I was dying. That's just not really my thing.
Okay. So yeah, it is fake. Alright.
Well, I think just
Yeah, it's just
skim it.
glancing at it. Yeah.
honestly, doesn't seem that real to me.
It doesn't? Like what makes it not seem real?
Like, it doesn't really give a lot of detail based on like what happened.
So just from like reading the article itself, just looking at the
Yeah.
article itself. All right. So actually, that one's real.
Oh wow.
So you're wrong.